playing. This is a world championship. You could really make a statement with an impressive performance over these next 5 days. It all starts here for these teams. Gen.G Mobile One Racing versus ROC Esports to continue on.
Gen.G Mobile One Racing finds themselves between a rock and a hard place here, trying to advance into the main event and get out of the play-in. But ROC has all the momentum after a dominant performance on both sides of the field against FUT. Game 1, brought to you by Progressive, and we are underway.
I think the devs brought up a fantastic question. What is the conversation right now between MENA and North America? Very little separating the two. And Waypoint then put it best. This is going to be an important chapter in that story. When a documentary is inevitably made by some incredible YouTuber out there, this may well be featured. And ROC, they're currently unproven. Gen.G, however, very, very storied. So I went ROC here. I think after the VP situation, beating Rebellion, I just see this as an attractive pick.
It is a very attractive pick for a lot on the team. I've got Gen.G in this one for the simple fact that I think ROC looked really good against a team that gave them a lot of time and space to work with and did not punish some mistakes that others would have. Ghazi right down the middle and just caught up to by Cheese. Can they get any kind of counterattack action? They cannot. It's Abdullah from the wing and met by Magic Bear.
I mean, the issue that I had with Gen.G last series is that they got that game 1 and then they massively slowed down. They technically won that first one, but I felt like they still came out the gates extremely slowly. They were taken advantage of by their opponents, and MIBR ended up just not quite being able to pip them at the post. But Gen.G, they've still got a lot of room to grow into. And I feel like ROC, I'm intrigued about these. We should all be intrigued about what talent is coming out of MENA. It's not all Falcons, it's not all Twisted Minds.
ROC especially strong in their 50 game against FUT, as Cheese couldn't quite get out of the zone. Justin can for a moment, but where else they excelled was their passing. Ghazi had 7 assists on the 9 goals that ROC scored against FUT in that opening round game. Ooh! And that 50 is gonna go right into a Gen.G net, and ROC scores first. It's Abdullah.
And hey, you need to practice your 50s. This happened time and time again with VP vs Rebellion, and now Gen.G are cursed with the exact same affliction. ROC, fantastic goal to set them off 2 minutes in.
So yeah, ROC's 50 game, pretty good. Abdullah with his 6th goal of the tournament. Cheese has that taken away by Ghazi. Now Ghazi looking in the direction of Twiz. That's trouble for Gen.G. Twiz high and wide, and Cheese just got it out only as far as Abdullah, and Gen.G still had some work to do, but they're able to clear the zone for a moment.
And Gen.G were plagued earlier on by the fact that they just kept all committing for the same ball on defense when they were rushed. They didn't really have a system by the looks of things. They just kept going together. That would burn boost. It would then mean that they were out of position. ROC, if they can take advantage of that and just keep peppering their net with shots, it's going to go well for them. Twiz goes up for 1, attempts that little dunk. I thought he might go for the musty. If it was free airspace, I think he might have done. Justin receives from Cheese, but into that corner now from Twiz.
Don't be fooled by the fact that this team came out of an LCQ. They have been as strong a contender here as anybody we've seen. Can say it was against FUT all we want, but now they're doing it here against Gen.G. Twiz beaten out by Justin. Abdullah there to support at the back, and across this goes with no other prospects moving forward here. Ghazi, again, every time Ghazi is anywhere near the ball, Gen.G have to sit forward just a little bit more. This time it's Abdullah forcing one through. Twiz now looking to strike, and that's blocked out to the side as well.
It's great disruptive play from Abdullah here. Going for a couple of those bumps, making that Gen.G defense that's already sitting on tenterhooks be that little bit more awkward. Ghazi, right hand wing against Magic Bear, does beat him, beats the second, bumps the third. No, he goes for the shot instead. And Cheese, that solid man from the previous series, he manages to get the clear away. Twiz up on its own. Maybe believed that Justin had it, so he shied away.
Something is very telling as we go back the other way. You know, Ghazi did not score in the first series against FUT Esports. Already has 3 shots in this game. He is sniffing around the net. and looking to add in another layer for Gen.G to contend with. Final minute now in game one. Abdullah's right there. Can stay with this play. Another 50 going the way of ROC. Flick on and sent out by MIBR inside 45 seconds. And while Gen.G needs to get the ball rolling forward, they have not moved downfield nearly quick enough. That shot's going to be wide by design, but Justin can't get there to put it back on target.
It's now Ghazi wanting to get the second for his side. A flip reset does go top corner, cleared away by Cheese yet again defensively. Today looking fantastic. It's a good time to do it here in the play-ins. Get through here, and you're going to be through into that main event. Ghazi backboard pretty much solo, but MIBR wants to force his way in. Final 15.
What a win by Justin, but that is deep into ROC territory. Gen.G's got to send the house. Extra pass to Cheese, and the play cut out again. One more time, MIBR beaten. Justin's got to keep it in the air, and Twiz holds all the cards. He'll ground it, and ROC take game. 2.64. 1.4 against. That's what they're doing again now. Not letting the opposition get comfortable at all. We go to game 2 now at Forbidden Temple. And can ROC continue to stymie Gen.G?
I mean, the full pace, the full control of that first game was entirely ROC's doing. Gen.G had little say as to how that game ended up looking, but it was very close. Twiz, however, oh my goodness gracious, dents the crossbar and starts off game 2 with a bang.
An absolute missile that finally finds its way through. Yeah, I agree. What a shot.
Just a haymaker straight into the jaw of Gen.G off the rip. How do you respond?
Crying is a free action. See if Gen.G can mount some offense here in this series. Cheese. Low shot sent away. Justin denied as well. And Abdullah stays with that as far as Ghazi. That forces MIBR back to the center line. And here comes ROC. Ghazi looking for another assist. He won't get one here.
But Abdullah also doing that with very little boost, and now he has some. Will he be able to defend against Cheese? Instead, Twiz is swiping across, and the amount of tackles that come in from the blind spot for ROC, it's so impressive, because Gen.G are looking at the man in front of them and thinking, how do I beat them? But ROC will swipe you from an angle that you wouldn't even expect.
Oh, Twiz, great 50 to set up Abdullah, and MIBR just standing tall right on the goal line at point-blank range.
I feel like so far I described Gen.G as having clumsy but effective defense. Like MIBR was very awkward there, sort of misturned, made it harder for himself, but ultimately got the save. And it's incredibly impressive you can still do that after making a slight positional error. Abdullah now faces down one. I would have loved Ghazi there to go for the second. Instead, he shies away back to the midfield.
Love that from Abdullah too. He had Cheese jumping, anticipating the heavy shot. Just patient play to wait him out. The entire Gen.G defense collapsing on that play. Now Cheese trying to get around contact from Ghazi. Ghazi doing all he can to keep this out of the center. And finally Abdullah has to come in and clear it out. Got dangerous there. That's as close as Gen.G has come in this entire series. All 7 minutes of it so far to getting on the board. And yet another 50 cleanly won by Abdullah.
Yeah, massive dome, making sure that ball rockets back towards the orange half. Justin has no boost, and MIBR, he's off the line. Abdullah, how dare you go for that? That is no respect on your elders.
Both goals unassisted for Abdullah in this series. 7 on the day. He has been an absolute menace.
We can see that over on the alternate stream on RL Esports, MIBR, our brand new org, have taken down FUT Esports in the lower quarterfinal. They are going to be moving through. See if they can make it into the main event at their inaugural Rocket League LAN. And who is going to be joining them? So far, very much looking like ROC. And again, Abdullah, sheer speed.
Just faster than you. Quick reflex. Perfect placement.
Wow.
Abdullah is the MVP of the day.
I mean, we were saying earlier, you play with Falcons, you play with Twisted Minds, you're going to be good at 50s. The other thing you're going to be good at is going really blooming quick.
Cheese trying to force his way through the corner. Justin in support. Easy block. Clear by Ghazi. He's still on the ball. That's trouble again, but Abdullah's way, way back. And maybe Gen.G can get him on the counterattack, trying to win a challenge against Twiz. Not many have today. Twiz will take charge here, and Cheese can only float it back towards center. Ghazi unable to snap the corner.
Ghazi playing that disruptive play again as Abdullah, the man of the moment, is going to be stepping into his attacking shoes. 20 boost, drops it down. A pinch does in this time go in favor of Gen.G. Magic wants to catch Twiz, though, waits on the backboard. Ghazi commits alongside him. Means that Twiz can keep a little bit of boost, and he does so and actually remains with that boost. ROC work themselves out of their half.
That's a good job by MIBR getting back and establishing control, give his teammates time to get set up and help out. But now Twiz waiting. Abdullah will take charge. Had the Gen.G defense frozen for a moment. That's down on the goal line and sent out by MIBR. Once again, ROC Esports getting very close to adding to their tally. And Gen.G yet to score. They had gone 10.5 minutes without being scored on until ROC got the only goal of game one, and they have not shown any mercy to Gen.G. MIBR finally bounces one through in the final minute of game two.
It's a good time to do it. As soon as you get below that 50-second mark, 45-second mark, it becomes a lot harder mentally to think that we can bring back 3 goals. We saw Gentlemates do it against Ultimates, I believe. They got back 3 in 9 seconds at the previous major. Gen.G have got a lot more time than that, and very possible. But it needs to start here. 1 must lead to 2, must lead to 3. Otherwise, they find themselves serious point and a reverse sweep in the best of 5.
One demo, got it down in front, and just ahead of the play, the ROC defense sends Gen.G packing again. Down to 35 seconds as Abdullah tried to add to his already impressive tally. Here comes Gen.G. They know they've got to push it forward. That also means it'll be open at the back. Another demo on the play, but nothing else forward for Gen.G. They got to play defense in a time where they really can't afford to, inside 20 seconds.
Twiz in that top left corner resets it round 1, not quite 2. MIBR keeps his flip, can clear it away, only as far as Ghazi. This has to be a goal. Justin finds one to Cheese, and it's wide. That was their last chance. Game 2 falls to Mina again, and Gen.G. Whereas ROC, they just think, no, we full send. That's what we do. And this series is the culmination of full sending for years to get to this point. ROC need to do it one more time.
Another clever kickoff from ROC. We saw that in the first round match against Foot. Abdullah trying to jump up in Justin's way. And they've done well enough as Twiz brings that across. It was dangerous with Cheese bearing down on him, but now Abdullah back the other way, and the save made by MIBR. Oh, Twiz, another goodness grease. He has been almost unstoppable. Abdullah has been unstoppable.
Gen.G, there's a lot more they can do. I haven't felt like we've seen the caliber that they have managed to reach in this second split this season. Since picking up Justin, they have been a better team. They've been remarkable. It's just not worked internationally. And this is ROC's first outing internationally, and everything has worked. In the first minute, though, they stay level at 0-0. Ghazi to the ceiling. I wouldn't mind a fake here, but instead Cheese does come into challenge, so he's not able to.
Ghazi still putting it in a scoreable spot. Twiz will still score! He got clipped on the way through, and still manages to put that in.
Ghazi got... No, Twiz got punched, and then on his way down, lets out a swing and knocks Gen.G down a peg. 1-0 ROC.
Ghazi, I mean, sometimes you just get the ball center and hope something good happens. That's exactly how it worked out for ROC. Abdullah stays with that play. All hands on deck now for ROC Esports. They smell good, and they strike again.
This is off a technical error as well. Ghazi and Twiz both commit. It pinches backboard. Twiz then goes, all right, I'll leave you to that. You just get it mid to me, mate. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Bangs it bottom corner. ROC find the second.
The stat lines for the individuals on ROC Esports today are just bonkers. Justin, there, saved by Twiz. Follow up by Cheese is in. And Gen.G get one back with a lot more time to work with.
Vital. Such a vital shot here. Ghazi does end up pushing up, maybe a little bit overconfidently, and Cheese yet again has been so solid that he just waits, bides his time, poaches a goal. 90 seconds in, we've seen 3. We've got 3.5 minutes left, and Gen.G want the rest of this game to go entirely in their favor. That one's central. Cheese gets to the side, then pre-jumps. Abdullah then fakes out one, fakes out the second. Ball to Twiz, full boost. What do you have?
Well, what he has so far is 7 goals today. Abdullah's got 8. And what is it now? I think it's 9 assists for Ghazi. With both helpers here in game 3, trying to put Gen.G away. More importantly, put ROC Esports into the top 16.
A long clear from Justin, but Gen.G need control of this ball. The best way they've got goals so far is heat check, make ROC then send 2 players to a ball, and then see what you can do with the remaining play. Solo plays have not been it so far. They need to make sure that they stay relatively away from them, because the way they've been tackled, as I said earlier, is from the side, in those blind spots. Magic receives the ball from Justin, but the save comes through. Halfway, and ROC need this game, and they will progress.
You cannot keep giving Ghazi all of this space to create. He is putting everything on a dime as Magic Bear will watch that go over. Can't go for the corner boost, got to take this himself. And another one sent right back towards Justin. Gen.G trying to equalize. Justin down right at Twiz and out to safety in the corner. Abdullah looking for Twiz. He started to jump. Gen.G didn't bite on it. And now here's Ghazi for his first goal. No.
Long clear, Justin waits to poach to the backboard. He's not got boost to carry on with it. Magic Bear, a complete fluff shot. Sends it into the corner where Twiz can then collect. A bump from the backboard. Cheese gets rid of one, but there's always that second head on the Hydra to deal with.
Cheese up high, can't stay with the play. Justin floater was wide. Magic Bear floated up for Cheese, and he's there by Twiz and Abdullah. Not out of the woods yet. That's still central, swatted out by Twiz, and what a stand by ROC Esports.
I mean, that defense is just unbeatable. Twiz now receives it from Abdullah. Saved away, Justin keeps it to the 1 so far. Ghazi tries again. If it ain't broke, there's no need to fix it. Send it central, see who's there.
I love how selfless ROC Esports are. They got a little antsy right after scoring the first couple of goals in this game, and they conceded a goal. They're right back on cue. Holding a lead now with a minute remaining. Justin beaten by Abdullah. Ghazi's over there. Abdullah cuts him off. Still spikes that down. He might still stay with that play, but that's swatted out. Down to 45 seconds now as Magic Bear beaten by Abdullah. Is that just in? No, but there it is! Ghazi is first of the day, and ROC might have put away Gen.G.
I mean, Magic Bear commits again, and Abdullah 0 boost. Gets the pinch to go perfectly, lands it backboard. Ghazi's there. It's now clear by 2, and Gen.G, we said you had time, you did nothing with it. Now you need 1 more goal with 2 less minutes.
Seems like an impassable blockade right now. This goes across. Justin gonna have to do it himself. Flick over Abdullah, but right there is Ghazi for the save. Magic Bear doesn't have a flip to propel that. Down to 20 seconds now. ROC Esports can sense it. Down to 15. Cheese has to turn on it. Justin can't get in the way. 10 seconds now. Twiz down to the corner. Can they make one more clear? Yes, they can. ROC Esports out of the LCQ, and 6 games later into the
That's enough of you, Stumpy. We're here with Ghazi from ROC Esports. A wonderful win. First off, congratulations. How is it being at your first LAN and Worlds at that?
أول شيء ألف مبروك غازي على تأهلك. أول مرة تكون متواجد معنا في بطولة عالمية لروكت ليج، فخبرنا عن شعورك بتواجدك بالبطولة العالمية.
والله أفضل شعور لأنها أفضل بطولة في اللعبة، فشيء كويس إنك تبدع فيها، بالذات إن كل اليوم سويبات، فشعور مرة جميل إنك تبدع في البطولة.
It feels amazing because you're talking about the World Championship for Rocket League. It's the most important competition, and the fact that we were able to do it with sweeps both times is a sensational feeling, so it's just amazing.
I want to touch on that. The fact that you guys are doing so well, are you above your own expectations, or did you have high expectations and that's the only result you'd be happy with?
حابب يسألك من ناحية توقعاتكم لأنه فعليا أنتم أديتوا أداء خرافي خلال هذا اليوم زي ما أنت حكيت 3-0 في المباريات فهل اتخطيتوا توقعاتكم لأدائكم ولا إيش كانت توقعاتكم للأداء في هاي المرحلة؟
توقعات كانت إن شاء الله نتأهل بس النتائج كانت حلوة صدق كانت أفضل يعني كنا الخصم لازم تعطيه ريسبكت فقلنا نفوز 3-2 3-1 لكن 3-0 الحمد لله يعني هذا بفضل لعبنا يعني طور العيال ما شاء الله عليهم.
I have to say, like, definitely defied our expectations because we didn't think that we were going to beat any of our opponents in 3-0. You know,
Right.
you have to give your opponents respect, and we definitely did. We thought, you know, we're going to make it through 3-1, 3-2 through our games, but the fact that we did it 3-0, it's an amazing feeling, and it just goes to show the amount of work that we've put in so far.
Well, I want to ask on the work then, because now that you guys are through and we go into group stage, what is the workload going to look for you guys? Is it going to be the same, or is there going to be extra effort now going forward into the next matches?
هلا بما انه تاهلتوا للمين ايفنت للبطوله ايش كميه الشغل اللي حتشتغلوا عليه هل خلينا نقول نفس التركيز نفس التدريب اللي اشتغلتوا عليه قبل ما تيجوا للبطوله العالميه ولا هل بتحس انه الشغل حيزيد اكثر واكثر
لا
لما وصلتوا للمين ايفنت
اضعاف اكيد هو اساسا هذه يعني المرحله الاولى يعني اهم شيء المين ايفنت ان شاء الله يعني باذن الله نجيب البطوله.
The main event is of course it's the priority here so yeah you're talking about like times and times compared to like the amount of effort and the amount of work that we've put in so far. No, multiply that by 10 and then another 10 and then another 100.
Yes.
Just because it's going to be a lot. You're talking about the main event of the World Championship here, so yeah.
Good mentality to have. Now, before I let you go, I want to know, since it's your first time here and at Worlds, is there one team in particular you'd really like to play against?
هلا بما انه اول مره تكون موجود في بطوله عالميه لروكيت ليج هل في فريق حابب تلعب ضده في البطوله؟
ايه NRG.
NRG. Hey, I got that one. Hey, well, congratulations again on the win. Thank you guys so much. Lots more Rocket League still to go here, just on the play-ins alone. So please, don't go anywhere. Stay here and celebrate some more Rocket League with us throughout the rest of the day.